After putting my feet in, it has become very apparent that the only warm spot is like a 1 square foot area. So we're heading down the road. Good morning, little boogers. Good morning, little fella. How you doing this morning? You're a good boy. We have our morning map update. This is Idaho. Ignore these little lines that I have crossed through because I didn't know where I was. Where we started out yesterday was my friend's house near Bellevue, Idaho. And then we drove down to Twin Falls, went and did some shopping, drove back up, and somewhere in this area is the Blue Heart Reservoir that we went kayaking at. And then we drove up north, hoping to get to a hot spring here in the Sawtooth National Forest. But this road and this road are closed. So we camped about right there. Are you helping with map stuff? This road here between Ketchum and Featherville is a really cool road. That really cool road is closed for at least another 2 weeks until they get it cleared of snow and such. So I gotta find another plan. But my overall plan today is to find a hot spring somewhere. Any hot spring. And I'm gonna look at my hot spring book. This is my very worn and very well-loved hot spring book for this area. My muscles are really sore from kayaking yesterday, and I would really like to sit in the hot spring. I have a plan. We're gonna backtrack through Sun Valley and then head up to Stanley, Idaho, which is gorgeous and has a hot spring that is probably accessible right now. So that's the plan. And then hopefully find someplace to camp around Stanley. Hopefully it won't take us too long to get there. I don't think it's very far from here, really. A couple hours maybe. Should be a-okay. And for those that are wondering about that hot spring that I was trying to get to, I'll put a link down in the description to a previous video that I did where I actually went to those hot springs and drove the road that is closed right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful area, and it's a great hot spring. This is just a spectacular mountain pass, and it's not a national park. It's just Idaho. You know, driving along a random road, and the scenery is breathtaking. These are the Sawtooth Mountains. So named because the top ridge of them kind of looks like the teeth on a saw. And they are absolutely gorgeous. We are in the Sawtooth National Recreation Area, which absolutely could be a national park. But Idaho has rejected the idea of having national parks, and I don't really blame them, because national parks bring more tourists, and Idaho doesn't want them. But it's beautiful and absolutely worthy of national park inclusion, but don't make it a national park. It'll get too crowded. There is a bucket list backpacking trip that you can do through the Sawtooth Mountains up to these gorgeous high mountain lakes surrounded by peaks that I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do it. If you're interested in watching the video, I will link it in the description below. But if you are able to, physically and financially able to get out to Idaho and do that hike, I would call it one of the best backpacking trips I've done. easily top 5. I am a little concerned about finding a place to camp tonight because all the roads are closed. All the, I would call it, they're not Forest Service roads, but because they're in the National Recreation Area, but all the roads in the National Recreation Area are closed until tomorrow. I'm a day early. We're coming into Stanley, Idaho, and I'm gonna have to stop somewhere and look at a map and see where we're going. I think I'm in the right spot. We gotta cross this bridge. Oh yeah, there's a spring there. We'll see what the water temperature is. Apparently it can be not that awesome. So we'll check it out. It's definitely a very sulfury hot spring. I can smell all the sulfur. But let's see if it's actually hot. It's a nice little pool. Not very deep. Oh, warm, but it's not that warm. I think it would be nice on a hot summer day, but it is not a hot summer day. There's another one down the road we're gonna check out. Look at this view. That's the Salmon River we're walking across, and those are the Sawtooth Mountains. And it is so beautiful here. If I were going to live somewhere in Idaho and I somehow had money to be able to do so, I would live here in Stanley. Not that hot spring, buddy. I'm gonna go check another one. It definitely doesn't look like the pictures. This is super steep. Oh, there we go. You can see in the river where people have made pools, and those are washed out. It's little, but let's see if I can get in that if it's not too hot. There's the source. And maybe that pool's not steaming hot. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. It's just very small. After putting my feet in, it has become very apparent that the only warm spot is like a 1 square foot area. So we're heading down the road. The picture for that hot spring in the book shows a tub that is no longer there. So I'm gonna look at my book some more and see what's down the road. I did some homework and I don't think I'm gonna find a hot spring today, but that's okay. We're gonna look at one more up the road. We'll pass by like 4 or 5 of them, but we're gonna look at one more that has a chance of not being flooded. Okay, impromptu stop because there's a sign that says there's a hot spring here, and it's not in my book, or at least if it's in the book it isn't the same name. They're probably going to be completely washed out, but I might as well take a look. Yeah, I can see the hot spring down there, and it's completely washed out. So, carrying on. Where we are driving is along the Salmon River. I assume the Salmon River Canyon is the name of this canyon. It's really pretty, even if we can't find any hot springs. I think this is going to be another, let's just look at the pretty river site, but let's go look at the pretty river. I think that's an old bathhouse. It's not something you'd have much privacy in nowadays. Let's see if there's any information. So apparently it was an old bathhouse for people who worked with the Civilian Conservation Corps, and they piped cold water from the river and hot water from the hot spring in there so that you could bathe. That's pretty cool. And I mean, it looks like from here, it looks like the spring is completely washed out, but we'll take a look. There's a would-be hot spring pool. Scalding hot water coming down. But this pool is completely washed out by the river. And the last hot spring on the list is behind a road closure. And it might be available for soaking, but not until tomorrow. Literally, the road closure is until tomorrow. Or through today, probably through midnight tonight. But gorgeous canyon, and we're about to enter BLM land, and that's good because we need to find a place to camp, because believe it or not, it's getting late because we just changed time zones. But we should be able to find a place once we're on BLM. Come on out. You can do it. Good boy. That's the Salmon River down there and the highway. This'll do. It's good enough. Jeep is kind of, sort of, but not really level. Both of my GoPros are out of battery, so I'm talking to you on my phone, which probably doesn't have great sound, but it's what I got at the moment. We're just gonna walk up this road a little bit and see if just around the bend there's a nicer spot, or at least something that we can get a little bit level. Probably not, but we're gonna take a look. Let's go walk up this sketchy road. Just a little bit. So the road gets pretty sketchy right there. It goes along the canyon, but that's not good to pass when I'm solo. If I had somebody else here, that might be another matter, but I'm not gonna try to get past there without another Jeep with me. I might move the Jeep. So that's where the Jeep is now. There's a flatter spot just back there. This is definitely a better spot. We're closer to the river, but also closer to the highway. But the Jeep is level. I'm gonna get camp set up, get the Jeep organized a bit, and charge my other cameras, because that will be better. We'll get back to you guys very shortly. It's a good boy one. I do not have my GoPros up and running, but I've got all my gear laid out to dry from kayaking yesterday. And that's a good thing. I needed to let it dry. I didn't have a chance to do that last night. And Fluffy already was like, put me in bed, Mom. So I'm gonna have some snacks for dinner and crawl into the Jeep. Good morning. I can't reach you. Good morning, little fluffy dog. I'm getting kind of a slow start this morning. We changed time zones. And that always messes me up a bit. I suppose I should get out of the car though. I've made it out of the Jeep. And let me show you where we are. Oh, hi. Are you gonna help? Are you gonna help show people where we are? Yeah. You're a good boy. night before last, we were camped up here in Sawtooth National Forest, and then we came back down and backtracked up through Sun Valley, and then went further north to Stanley, Idaho. And in our quest for hot springs, came east and camped about right there. From Stanley, we had a choice to go east or west to get north in Idaho. And in my quest for hot springs, we went east, which may have been the wrong decision, seeing how many hot springs we were able to find that were available. But that's okay. We're gonna go look for one more this morning. That's a good boy. We've driven up a little ways back through the Salmon River Canyon to a road that was closed yesterday and is open today. And they've even removed the sign already. That was quick. So maybe the hot spring will be in okay shape. There are a lot of good campsites back here too. It would have been nice if this had been open last night. I mean, our campsite was fine, but there's so much quieter in the woods along a stream kind of campsites back here. This is just stunning. Even if the hot spring isn't back here or isn't usable, this was a worthwhile place to come back. It is beautiful. We've made it to the parking area and somebody's already here. You ready to go take a little walk? The directions say it's about a quarter-mile walk to the springs. Assuming I'm in the right spot to begin with. There was a place that you could turn on this road, and maybe we were supposed to turn there, but we'll see. We are walking up this very lovely little trail though. This is a very pretty spot, and I smell sulfur, so that tells me we're headed the right direction, probably. You doing okay? Probably should have brought actual things, shoes to hike in, because the trail is a little sketchy right here. I'm walking back to the car, but I'm not abandoning the hot spring. Talked to the fellow there, and he had to drain it out, and now it's refilling. And that's gonna take a while. And he's gonna wanna spend a little time in it once it does fill. So we're headed back to the car to get some lunch while the hot spring fills up. But yeah, this is gonna be a good hot spring. My lettuce isn't looking all that great. Gotta kind of pick through it to find the good pieces. We'll pad the lettuce with a little spinach. Oh. Hi, buddy. He steps right in front of the camera. But this is gonna be a good lunch. And I think the fact that my lettuce went bad before I ate it means I need to eat more salads. We have finished lunch and are hiking back to the hot spring. And apparently it's full now. And at least for a little bit, we're gonna have it all to ourselves. Pipes going everywhere to feed this hot spring. This is just about perfect. We have 3 different temperatures of hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hi, Fluffy. And then these 2 bring in cold. Depending on your preference, you can alter the temperature of the tub here by pulling different pipes in and out. Hi, that's my beautiful view right here. And a beautiful view right there. And some lovely woods. And then the stream going down. This is delightful. I need to sit a little lower though to get my arms in here because my arms are what's sore. I mean, they're better because it's been a couple days now, but they were pretty sore from paddling. He's exhausted, waiting for Mom. I've been soaking for like 30, 40 minutes, and it's just fantastic. Not another soul around. Technically, this is a clothing optional hot spring, but YouTube. And I could blur stuff out or whatever, but that's a lot of work. So we're not going clothing optional. I think I'm gonna sit and soak here for quite a while. At least, and probably until somebody else comes. For the moment, I have it all to myself. And it is delightful. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming along with us. I think that's it for today. I finally found my hot spring. If you enjoyed coming along with us, hit that subscribe button, like, comment. It really does help. And we'll see you down the road.